Alright, this is lesson 41. We're modeling fractions today. We're going to be talking a lot more about fractions. First we have our power up. Count up by 25s from 0 to 200. This is something we need a little bit of practice with. So when you're counting by 25s, it goes 25, then 50, then 75, and then we're going to be at 100. And then you could repeat that pattern and say 125, 150, 175, and then 200. It's morning. Draw hands on your clock to show 8:59. Write the time in digital form, which is kind of a silly question because they have shown us that right there. So there is my clock. I'm not going to fill this all out, but we know the top is 12 and the bottom is 6, so then I've got 7, 8. But if it's 8:59, it's almost 9, so this hour hand is going to be looking like it's just really almost 9, and the minute hand is going to be like really almost to the 12. That really looks like 9 o'clock, especially because it's just something I've drawn, but if I had a better clock, you would be able to tell. The main thing I'd be looking for if I was grading something like that is that you did not point your arrow, your hour hand at the 8, okay? Round 175 to the nearest 100. Okay, so this is the hundreds place, and this is the boss number, we call it. And does that 7 cause the 1 to become a 2 or stay the same? And the answer to that is become a 2 because it's a large number. It's more than 5. I'm going to skip the rest of that. All right. Modeling fractions. So they've got a circle here, and they have divided it into 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, and they have shaded 3 out of 4 pieces. Okay, so we call this 3/4, 3 out of 4. I want to go back to this one. 30 minutes is half of an hour, and we can show that by saying the minute hand is here at the beginning of it, of the hour, and it is here by the end of the hour. It has covered all this space. So this is 1/2 of an hour, 30 minutes. When you get to the 6, that's 30 minutes. 30 minutes is 1/2 of an hour. A quarter is 1/4 of a dollar because we have 1 out of, it would take 4 to make 1 whole dollar. 1/4 of a dollar. This rectangle, we have 2 out of 3 altogether shaded. The other thing that I want you to take away from today is this. If a number is on the bottom, it is called a denominator. This big word right here. Denominator. If you say the one on the bottom when you get to Miss Woodrum in 4th grade, she will not like that. You need to be saying the denominator. The denominator is on bottom. The numerator is on the top. Numerator. Please practice saying these words as much as you can. Try not to say top and bottom. So now let's do some examples. Name the fraction of the circle shown using digits and words. So we see the circles divided into how many all together? 1, 2, 3, 4. That all together number is our denominator. And we have 1 that is shaded. That is our numerator. So we have the fraction 1/4, and they wrote in words also 1/4. This would be a 2-point question on your homework because you have to write the fraction and use words. So here we have another circle. It's not divided into 4 pieces all together this time. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all together. The denominator is 5. And we have how many shaded? 1, 2, 3 are shaded. So this is the fraction 3/5. Okay. What is the denominator of the fraction 4/5? Denominator's on the bottom. So the answer is 5. The numerator on 2/3 is 2. Name the fraction using digits and words. So the first one we have 1 out of 2 altogether, and that is 1/2. The next one we have how many altogether? 3. How many are shaded? 2. So that is 2/3. Last one we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all together. We've shaded 2, and that is 2/5. Rosa's ticket is $4.75. Her brother's cost $3.25. What's the total? You're going to be adding, and you need to remember your decimal points. I'm going to be taking off for that if you don't have a decimal point. I recommend pausing at the end of my tips, solving that one, and then pushing play to hear the next problem's helpful hints. Bradley read 32 pages before dinner. He read some more pages after dinner. Bradley read 58 pages in all. How many pages did he read after dinner? So this looks like this algebra problem. 32 plus S for sum, or P for pages, it doesn't matter, equals 58. Oh no. So if you subtract 58 minus 32, that'll give you the answer to number 2. Okay. There were 238 fans at the game. Write that number using words. You can do that. Round 238 to the nearest 100. You can do that. Number 5, this map shows John's house, Mike's house, and school. Today Mike is stopping at John's house before going to school. If Mike does not retrace his steps or return to his house, what route will Mike take to John's house and onto the school? So, let's see. Mike is stopping at John's. So Mike could go west a block, then south a block, and then east 2 blocks. And then he wants to go home. We don't want to repeat any of this. So then he has to go north a block and then west 1 more. So we need to write these directions. I'm just going to do a bulleted list with abbreviations. So we're going to say west for 1 block, south for 1 block, east for 2 blocks, north for 1 block, west for 1 block. That is the answer. This map shows 3 towns on a highway. Use your ruler to measure the distance in inches. I can't really help you very well with that over the Chromebook, but if you bring a ruler up to my desk, I'll be happy to help you with that. If each inch on a map equals 10 miles, then how many miles is it from Adams to Central? So you take letter C and you just put a 0 at the end of it. What numbers on this number line? You need to make sure you know what they're counting by. It's probably not ones. Let's try tens. 350, 360, 70, 80, 90, 400. Kind of just gave you the answer. If you want to rewind, you can. The ride cost 65 cents. Nick paid with 3/4. List the coins he should get back. This is several steps. First, you need to know what 3/4 is equal to, and that is 75 cents. Next, you have to subtract 65 cents. 5 minus 5 is 0, 7 minus 6 is 1. Then you have to list the coins he should get back. So that's the only thing I'm not going to do for you. Tell me what coin, that's a good tip, is equal to 10 cents. To find the number of feet in 8 yards, Shannon said the following sequence of numbers. What's the 8th number of the sequence? So this is the first, second, third, fourth, and we are adding 3. So you need to tell me the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. An insect has 6 legs. Andy found the number of legs on 7 insects by making a table. Copy and extend the pattern. We're just adding 6 every time. This would be a multiplying by 6 table, because 1 times 6 is 6, 2 times 6 is 12, 3 times 6 is 18. 12. Name the fraction shown using digits and words. So we have how many pieces all together, goes right here. How many pieces are shaded, goes right here. And use words. Ooh, number 13 is kind of difficult. 2 perpendicular lines that are 3 1/4 inches long. So perpendicular means it's just like this, like a 4-way stop. And 3 1/4 inches long, that's going to be kind of hard to do on your paper. If you want to use a piece of scrap paper or come up and ask for some kind of scrap note card or something, I'll give you something. All right. These look good. Make sure you include your decimal. You're going to have to borrow. You're going to have to regroup. Okay, number 18 is one of those very, very special missing number questions because you are subtracting and you don't know the first number. That means you add. This is the only time that you add to find a missing number. 55 plus 20. That'll give you the answer to number 18. Order the coins from the lowest to the highest value. And number 20, sketch a map to help you with this problem. Bill and Ted rode their bikes home from school in opposite directions. So when it says draw a map, I don't care if you just draw a square and then dashes for blocks, as long as I can tell what you're talking about. Bill rode 7 blocks east, and if you don't remember which direction is east, you can come up here. There's a compass. Bill rode 7 blocks east. So this is the school. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would be east. Ted rode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 west. How many blocks and in what direction would Bill ride from his home to Ted's home? So we have 7 and 5. So that's 12 blocks. In what direction is that? West. All right. That's all.